top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And off to Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that
breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's got room. He's running free down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finding open areas. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. What a return that was as they put points on the board with that 91-yarder. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Makes the catch. It's Wall. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions.
There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. He got a step and just dusted the field. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. From the shotgun, the inside give. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Wants to go up top. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Working that left side now. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They want to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. This is a designed run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a grab over the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Primary targets all covered down the field, so the QB had to check it down. He found his fullback, but for no gain.
High the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
It's complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallow.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is mad he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Trying to move them on the counter. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
It's complete on the right side. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. That was about as exciting a first quarter as you could possibly have. Numbers are impressive as we look at the stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call.
He's loose on the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Ducks have this offense rolling. The inside handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good and pushes the lead to 5. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. This time he's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get it.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up 14 over Illinois. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play picking up the first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people over.
It's as if you're in GOAT in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 30 before getting out of bounds.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 1st down as they try to score one late in the half. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, South Carolina.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He caught it.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw. Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Gamecock. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Out of the gun to give to the back. Shot down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way way for this defense to wind up the quarter. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. And off to Jones. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what the...
Turning it on! The 40, at the 30, the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Jones. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. And off to Jones. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And I'll tell you what, I like this defense's game plan right here. Drop back, make sure I got the sticks covered. If they want to throw it below the sticks, I'm going to come up and tackle you and make sure I get you to fourth down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. They'll start this drive with a pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll run this play from the pistol. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Jones. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UMass. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Ducks are flying down the field. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. from the gun, the ground game. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll try to pound their way in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Got his man on the right. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
Cricket.
From the gun. Give on the inside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Run it with the fullback. Running into the open space. Got the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. You know, the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position we can get the ball with some clock and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Gonna look downfield again. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's caught downfield. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
From the gun. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's at the 40. At the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
How about the job by this field goal blocking? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got him downfield. Under a minute. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped.
Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical. Understanding.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
After 40.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that.